I'll answer the questions. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of the nerddom. No more high school chatter for now. Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the Heroes Peak podcast. I am your host, Chris, and we are here to talk about entertainment, culture, and whatever the hell we feel like. With me, as always, I have a wonderful group of co-hosts, and to my right, left, whatever it is, I have Mike over here. How you doing, Mike?
Hey, I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay, as long as your mother doesn't yell at me.
She will. Just wait.
And of course, we also have coming from the far coast, it's Brookesie. How you doing, Brooks?
I'm great. Happy Tuesday, y'all.
Happy Tuesday. So you have an actual happy Tuesday today. That's good to hear. Good to hear. Somebody should have a happy Tuesday. And of course, we have James. How you doing, James? I love your shirt.
Appreciate it. This reminds me of how I'm continuing to wreck shop in our fantasy basketball league.
Whoa, because you'll make it sound like to the people like you're in first place.
Of course,
I didn't say that.
Clearly not.
We haven't faced each other yet.
Make sure what kicking ass, what people knew, what kicking ass meant.
Yeah, kicking ass means taking names, and your name is coming up soon. Week 12. I circle that on my calendar. Week 12, baby.
And to feel like a winner by playing fantasy, it's Keith. How you doing, Keith?
I might take the week off on vacation that week.
I have a winner, and I definitely took a week off, but that's cool. I let you rock. I thought it was gonna be a little bit easier. That's cool. Now I realize you need more attention, which is a compliment to you. It's not gonna make a difference though. Hey guys, cool. Yeah,
that's right.
I'm here.
I've got my fingers crossed. Derrick Rose, please come back from the dead and save me.
He's playing right now, actually. So
yeah, I see the score. Knicks are leading 74-67.
I haven't looked. I haven't looked yet.
Oh, be in the heat.
All right. Speaking of winners, so our first conversation. So we're going to talk about the Super Bowl commercials halftime. We're going to talk about the Golden Globe nominations, some more soon-to-be winners. Brooks has got some questions for us. Because, well, I was going to say nerds are winners, but maybe.
Don't show us the questions yet.
Socially, but then he's got the hat. He's got the hat. And last but not least, we're going to talk about some Cobra Kai. Finally.
Yeah, we're like 3 seasons late. But yeah.
That's right. No mercy. No mercy. All right. So first, in the Hall of Winners, the greatest of all time for quarterbacks. For quarterbacks. Only.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks only. Tom Brady gets another one, this time with the NFC, as I forget, whatever. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers destroy the Kansas City Chiefs 31-9. And really, it wasn't Brady's day. It was the Buccaneers defense day. So did you guys did all of you sit and watch the game?
Yes.
Absolutely.
The 3.5 quarters I did.
I thought it was a big win. It's a big win for 43-year-olds. That's what I took away. For those of us.
Thank you. I feel good now. I feel better. Wait, I'm not as accomplished as that at 43. What the hell?
So what? That's not the point.
Oh, nobody's representing for you. That's the point.
Yes.
Nobody at 63 is as accomplished as that. What are you talking about? It's not the point.
Nobody is as accomplished as that.
That's
However,
true.
he's 43 and at the top of his game, and I think it encourages all of us on this who are 43, 44, right?
Mm-hmm.
That, we still
with a
have
good
life left in
defense
us.
and game plan, and we can accomplish anything. You're right. With a good defense and a game plan.
That's right. If you're
trainers and chauffeurs,
he's an excellent leader of men, yo. He's an excellent leader of men.
And if you've seen the pictures, he looks better now than he did when he entered the league at 22.
But he's not winning it on the back of
he's
not winning it on the back of like exceptional like quarterback.
Yeah. His vegan diet isn't what's helping his teams win.
So
like,
here's
I feel like he's kind of like a player coach.
Well, it's an amazing thing because if you look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they had basically this team last year, and everybody said, "Well, this team is stacked." But last year they didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And the same if we go back over to his old team, the Patriots, and they were crappy last year. Everybody said they couldn't do anything, and yet they still made the playoffs. You know,
yeah. But you know what it is with Tom? Tom instills confidence.
That's
Confidence
what I mean.
goes a long way in competitive sports and in real life too, but competitive sports. Because I was watching the game when he was coming out. He said when the bus dropped, he was the first guy to walk into the field, walk around before he went to the locker room. And then you see these young, energetic Bucs players on the special teams, whatever. They're taking cues from him because he's been there 10 times, some of them first time. And they're like, yo, this dude feels good about it. I feel good. It's like when Captain America gives that speech to like Ant-Man, he's like, oh, wow, he's pretty good at this shit. Ant-Man's trash. But Ant-Man's looking at Cap like, yo, he knows what he's talking about. Yo, the Bucs take that, and then they play the freaking game of their lives.
Well,
So,
like
he
it's
is
funny, but
America's
it's like
ass.
but they already had like a good defensive line. Like that was really. I remember listening to Max and Stephen A. talk about it, and that's what Stephen A. was saying. He was like, "This is not a battle between Mahomes and Brady. Mahomes would win that battle,
Yeah.
hands down." He's like, he doesn't have like three of his top defensive
O-lines, yeah.
linemen is like, and they're like all stars, like Pro Bowlers. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, they're not gonna be, and like, it was like he had no defense whatsoever.
right? Yeah, no.
This dude was running around the field.
And we have to hand it. I mean, that guy,
That was sad.
Mahomes. What's crazy to me is like having a team, other side, team with a history of terrible quarterback play, right? And Brookesie, you know what I'm talking about, right? So,
Coach.
Oh,
We're over critical damage.
having a team,
Raider Nation.
having a team with terrible quarterback play for the history, and guys who can't even sometimes make the most basic timing passes. Watching Mahomes literally completely off his feet hit a guy like directly in the face mask from horizontal with the ground. And the secondary of the Buccaneers, on top of what the pressure they were getting from the front four, the secondary, the Buccaneers were knocking passes away. They were tackling immediately. They were swarming the ball. Like that whole side of the ball deserved, like Tom Brady should have said, I don't deserve this. This is their win.
He should have, but he wouldn't. That's not Tom Brady. Yeah.
That's
How
right.
does he walk away with the MVP? Like, and it's clearly got to be somebody from the defensive line. Like, it's clearly got
all those penalties from Kansas City didn't help them either, man. They were just holding.
Well,
it
they
up
were
left
getting
and
frustrated.
right.
Frustration once that starts, that they just fall apart.
Yeah, because they lost confidence in themselves and they started doing dumb penalties.
Do you guys remember what happened? Same thing happened with the Panthers versus the Denver Broncos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Another team from Brooksie's conference that went to the Super Bowl recently.
Ouch. Roll for critical
You're
damage.
a Bears fan, so
That's true.
So there's that.
You know.
Hey, we have a ton of championships, but very few Super Bowls. So that's I have to go before the Super Bowl was invented to find my team's greatness. So I understand that completely.
The Bears.
So
So
anyway,
at least I enjoyed the commercials, right? So
I actually enjoyed the game. I love watching good defense. I think.
Let's get to the commercials because the game I think is pretty straightforward.
Yeah, the game's straightforward. The Buccaneers kick butt. All right, the commercials. I actually, there was a lot of empty space because we saw a lot of Queen Latifah for
a lot.
commercials.
By the way, that show isn't that bad.
That show is good.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yo,
I watched it.
I watched it
and I liked
last
it.
night.
I
watched it last night.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Super surprised.
Okay, so
Super
we should do
surprised.
a-
The
let's
show,
do
yo,
a review next
She
week.
gets busy.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's not anger HR. He's like, let's do
No,
a
I was
review
just gonna
next
say,
week.
I haven't watched it yet, and I do want to watch it. And I
Well,
told you, James, I was gonna check it out when you were poo-pooing the show, and I was like, "Well,
You
I'm gonna
did. I poo-pooed it.
Check it out.
I did poo-poo it early
I
on.
watched it. I was riding James' train. Like I totally started watching it just watching it by clicking through by accident. And I just happened to click to like a little fight scene that was just about to happen. I'm like, Queen Latifah?
Dude, I was yes. And by the way, I saw the choreography and I'm like,
and she pulls the gun, takes the gun, shoots the other guy, shoots the other guy, shoots the other guy, takes the gun. What?
Dude, I was like, is she doing Keanu Reeves where she actually practiced and did the training? Because she looks authentic.
Well, Keanu Reeves from which movie? Because he was definitely better than John Wick 3, is what I'm gonna say. From what I saw.
So this conversation.
So what we're saying is advertising works, and by telling you to watch this show.
No, the advertising didn't work on me. It was I was cleaning my DVR and I was like, oh, before I delete this, let me just take a first quick peek at the first 5 minutes. And then, dude, I was hooked. And I even text you guys. I was like, yo, CBS it's giving you the persons of interest mixed with Blue Bloods. And I'm like, this is something. And I mean, I deleted it yet.
I was very pleasantly surprised because, like, I looked at that joint. I'm like, the hell is this trash? It don't even look believable. Like,
there was more action in the game itself.
I'm like, yo, like she's a cop, like, or what? What is? I just happened to watch the one scene. What?
But it's based on that movie, right, from Denzel. So
no, it's based on the Equalizer original '80s show.
The '80s show, Equalizer.
Yes.
Okay.
Which I didn't like that show to begin with anyway.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked the original show. I used to watch the original show. Yeah, I was a young old guy.
It was based on that show, right?
Yeah, because they even gave a shout out to the original producer director who died because of COVID in January, early January. It was his idea to reboot the show and cast Queen Latifah.
Okay, so we've spent as much time on the Equalizer as CBS did during the Super Bowl. So we did.
Yeah, meanwhile the commercials. Yeah.
It was worth it.
All right. So commercial wise, it was kind of light to compared to some years, like the number of commercials. But was there a commercial that stood out to you guys, good or bad? Who's got a commercial that?
So can we talk about that Oatly commercial where the guy's sitting there playing the piano and singing
in the field?
Yeah,
it stuck out to you.
Yeah, that was horrible.
It was bad, but it stuck out to you.
That's genius. Everybody remembers that commercial.
I didn't.
No?
I remember that commercial, and I'm vegan, and I thought it was horrible.
The one I remember the most is the Sam Adams commercial because I thought it was going to be one of the Clydesdale Anheuser-Busch ones, and then it just pivoted to all of a sudden the horses are killing people and. Because the dumbass Boston dude pulled a linchpin. Your friend from Boston. That one. And then that one and then Michael B. Jordan commercial because my wife was watching it. She was like, that's a good one.
That was good.
But that
was funny.
Like, I feel like it's a little bit inappropriate.
Yeah,
the Jason Alexander t-shirt one was funny.
Yeah.
I just want to go back to the Michael B. Jordan commercial.
Okay.
Yo,
I also thought that was good.
It came out before. It was on YouTube, like before the Super Bowl or whatever. Like it was already.
They usually drop a lot of them before.
I'm watching a bunch of chicks in my timeline, my Facebook timeline. Like, oh, Michael B. Jordan. I didn't know. Like,
he got sexiest man of the year. It made sense. Like I saw a couple weeks ago, they gave you like a little smidgen of that commercial, and I thought it had to do Raising Dion. I'm like, oh
yeah,
man,
that's what I thought.
I was like, oh, Raising Dion's coming back, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. And then I'm watching, I'm like, wait a minute, this is not Raising Dion. Who are these characters? And I see my wife's interest peaked, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
All right. Speaking of, we didn't get a lot of movie trailers.
No. So
that was disappointing.
I wonder why.
Two Disney movie trailers. So before the Super Bowl started, you had Raya and the Last Dragon.
Yeah. And
during the Super Bowl, you had a portion of the Falcon and Winter Soldier, which they said go online for the rest of the 2 minutes because we're not paying.
We're not paying $10 million for it.
That's not even movie trailer. I was hoping
Black Widow
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't show that.
If nobody's going to the movie theaters, they don't need to They don't need to spend that money.
But they did advertise the M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Oh, that's right.
Good, by the way.
Okay, that looked freaky. No, I didn't like that. I didn't like the look of that.
No,
I
that's
liked
the
it.
I
type
don't
of
like the
movies I
look
want
of
him
it.
to be making.
I
Not
like
the
that.
happening.
I like that trailer.
Well, I'm not saying it's a bad trailer. I'm saying it was freaky. I didn't like the look of it.
What
Then
stuff
it
that he done
did
is
its
not
job.
freaky. Everything he does is freaky.
Well, I know. Yeah, it's this thing. All right. So speaking of, okay, I lost my
Freaky?
train of thought. All right. So one of them that stuck out to me, which I thought was good, was the Blake Sheldon and
Gwen.
Gwen Stefani.
Gwen
Stefani?
Stefani.
About it
Yeah.
was like the 5G wireless one, and she gives the wrong message about what kind of guy she wants.
Hmm.
We watch The Voice in here, and so it's kind of
I was
if
gonna
you-
say,
if you
yeah.
watch The Voice, like you feel them as characters kind of more than people.
Yeah.
They're more like characters to you, and so you're like, it was almost like a voice trailer. What was the other one I thought was funny? I lost it. Okay, who
Was
has
it
got
good?
one?
There was a good Bud Light one where they kind of brought back all the old characters from the old Super Bowl commercials, and
There was a
I
couple
remember
of
that one.
yeah.
there was a couple like that. Wasn't there like a Paramount streaming one where they brought
Oh,
in
yeah,
like
that was-
Yeah, like all their like Snooki and yeah, that was cute the first time, but then they play like 4 more times, and I'm like,
They had like
Well,
4 of
they
them.
had to get up to the mountain, right? So to the
Was
top
that
of the
like
mountain.
Paramount Plus?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
another streaming service.
Well, it's gonna replace CBS
Okay.
All Access.
All these streaming services, like I honestly feel like it's definitely gonna like we're doing a reach around to like
Cable.
Reach around.
a
You're gonna
reach
come back to
around to like
cable.
1990. You know what I'm saying? Like we're just creating cable packages again.
Yeah, it's
All
gonna
over
happen.
again.
It's
All
gonna
over.
become more like it's just gonna become like, oh, like these now we're gonna have like online cable packages.
Mhm.
So what we should do is, because that service kicks off March 4th, we should take a look at it and talk about it and the other streaming services, how it compares, right?
Good lord.
Sure, why not?
I mean, we got no choice, but
Yeah.
fuck. I mean, pardon
How
my
much
French,
content is there out there that
Well,
they
the
need
problem is I
a
haven't even
million
heard.
different streaming joints?
I haven't heard if CBS Access is going away because this is supposed to replace it, or I don't know what they're doing.
I think CBS is just trying. They're trying to get in the game. They're not even in the top 3 right now.
Well,
Because I think Peacock is ahead of CBS right now.
yeah.
Already? But
Yeah.
wasn't Peacock really kind of like an offshoot of Channel 4? Like didn't they already have
Yeah, it's NBC.
NBC, yeah, NBC. So NBC has like title weights, like Jerry the
The
Seinfeld. They have
Office.
yeah,
Universal-
Office,
Universal
Seinfeld,
Studios.
Friends. They've got like and Comcast. They've got a huge catalog that right now CBS Paramount is struggling to find something with other than Star Trek. They're trying to find something to hold weight against that.
So the
Right.
smart thing NBC did too was offer a bunch of stuff for free on there, and then if you want to watch like originals and stuff, you pay for monthly.
Yeah, we basically paid for the Super Bowl, and then that'll be it.
No, well that's CBS. That's the different
Right.
one.
All right, so I'm gonna go through a list of the ads. You guys are gonna give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. What you thought of them?
And I like the Bruce Springsteen joint.
All right, so Wayne's World Super Bowl ad. I'm giving that a thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
No, I like it.
Really? Because
Yeah.
The one with Cardi B?
yeah,
I thought it was funny.
Trash.
I know you guys.
It wasn't funny. Like it was just
they look too
Trash.
I
old.
love Cardi B too.
I don't care
and
how
it was
they.
Yeah.
I love
They
Cardi
look
B.
old.
Yeah.
The point
and I
is-
love like
Yeah.
I love those guys too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
tried
feel
too
like what
hard.
they
It was
tried to
trying
do,
too
yeah.
hard.
It's
maybe.
a try hard
maybe.
moment.
It's okay,
All right.
Mike. You can like it
I'll
if you
watch
want
it
You
to.
can
again.
like it.
I gotta
We're-
watch it again. Like it breezed through like in a minute, right? So I'll watch it.
All right. All right. Jason Alexander, the Tide commercial.
That was good for me. That was
I'll go
I don't
medium.
remember it.
I'll go medium.
good. I liked how the face kept changing on the
Yeah,
shirt.
that was funny.
That was funny.
Okay. Amazon Alexa, obviously. I think we all.
That was good.
I abstain. Present.
Okay, Dolly Parton working 5 to 9.
I think I missed that one.
Like that one.
I don't
It was
remember
funny.
that one.
Yeah, I don't
It's
remember.
basically like because we don't make enough money in our real jobs, so
Like
now
I laughed. I laughed.
Working 5 to 9.
That's all I needed. If you give me the laugh, I like it.
Oh, okay. I'm probably going to be the only one here. The Shaggy and the
Oh, I love
Cheetos
that one.
commercial.
With Ashton
Oh.
Kutcher. I thought that was funny too.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I thought Shaggy was funny. All right.
No, it was not. It was the worst one.
Ah, come on.
John Travolta makes a TikTok.
That was bad.
I liked it.
I liked it.
I didn't see.
Yeah.
I didn't see that one.
It was
I
for
liked it. I
it was
also
for
liked-
Scott's lawn care. Like it was so weird.
But it was just funny him being a total doofus and
Mm.
owning it.
Yeah. And
Okay,
he has
I
a good
guess.
like look, the bald
Yeah,
head and the beard.
he's
It
looking
worked for
good
him.
now. He does.
Yeah, he's looking
Yeah.
better these days.
Mhm.
Okay. Michelob Ultra wants us to be happy. That's the black and white commercial with outside of the game, like all the sports stars, but they're not
I
playing.
think I missed that one or
I
don't
don't
remember
know.
that one.
Yeah, whatever. Another. Oh, the Don Cheadle Michelob Ultra.
Mm.
Oh, the
Oh, with
the
the
one that was
doubles?
like
Yes, with
Yeah.
all their like the doppelgangers,
The stunt
Doppelgangers.
stunt doubles.
Yes,
Yeah, I like that one.
Oh
Like that-
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Was good. Yes,
That was funny,
'Cause it
especially
had
when he was talking to the
Jake
black
from-
counterpart of his.
Yeah.
yes.
Okay,
Wait,
I
didn't it
missed.
have Jake from State Farm and then
Miss-
Drake from State Farm, or was that?
Yeah,
the
that's
Drake
another.
one.
One.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
that,
funny.
well, that's a different commercial.
Mhm.
My bad.
Okay.
I liked
All right.
that one.
I missed this one, and that's the flat Matthew McConaughey.
Ah, that was eerie.
Oh, that was so bad.
Yeah, that was
one
bad.
funny,
No,
but it was like a useless that. The product itself to me is useless. Doritos 3D, like really?
It's just Doritos. All right.
Oh no, it's delicious though.
Is
All
it? How is it
I've
any
had- yeah.
different from
I've had it.
the
I don't
natural
know.
Doritos?
It's like a closed-in bugle, but it's just
Ooh, I love bugles.
Yeah, dude. Right. I'm telling you.
And I
I would
also
rather
The little puff of air that's in the middle is just like I don't know, like it just changes the whole.
and I also love Dorito tacos. Those are the
Look,
greatest
dude, yeah.
adventures.
oh,
Oh
It's like
god,
a
those are
little
so
taco
good.
chip.
No, I'd rather just dip a teaspoon into some salt, and I would get less salt than I would do if I was.
a teaspoon and salt.
yeah, I do not want to know what your blood pressures are like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
All right.
was gonna say like that.
They're bad. Bad.
All
All right. The mayonnaise commercial. Amy Schumer is now oh god.
I used to
I was-
love it. I was a huge fan of Amy Schumer.
I didn't see
I'm-
the commercial. It
Yeah,
just
it's
said
bad.
Amy Schumer.
No, I used to love Amy Schumer. Something
I
happened in her last
I
couple
used to
years.
as well.
She's funny.
I
But
used
I
to
don't
as
remember
well.
the ad, so I'll have to look it up.
That doesn't mean the commercial was good. It was
No,
like it
the-
just was like annoying because it was like a mayonnaise commercial.
No, what I'm trying to say,
Well,
she's been picking.
making mayonnaise for a black person. I don't know.
What?
She's picked some things the last couple of years that to me she's this is so beneath you. You could do
She's
so
gone
much better.
from, like I really loved her, and like when she first hit the scene,
Yes.
to like super annoying, like get
'Cause
out of
now-
my face.
yeah, like
I
her
don't know.
comedy routines now is just, and the commercial was exact. Example
who
of
did that? Who's done that for me too now? Melissa McCarthy. She's become like she's always playing that annoying.
I could see that.
Mm,
All
I
right.
don't know.
So
It doesn't hit me the same way, but I could see why. I could see that.
all right. There's way too many of these. Let's grab a couple. Bud Light lemonade.
I don't remember that one.
Oh,
It was-
the,
oh,
oh,
the
we
lemon
laughed at this
thing.
one.
That was a
2020
good
gives
one.
you lemons,
Yeah.
and it started
Oh.
raining lemons on everybody.
I like that one. I
Oh,
like
yeah.
that one.
I like that
You
one.
didn't
That
like
was
that,
funny.
Wait, why is that thumbs down, Brooks?
Because I thought it was dumb.
Because you don't drink Bud Light.
He has very high standards.
She doesn't
All right.
drink Bud Light. That's why.
A lot of
He
Okay.
doesn't like Bud Light.
why
Who
does
drinks
everybody
Bud Light?
why
Do you
is
guys
why
drink
is
Bud
Dan
Light?
Levy?
I drink Bud
everywhere?
Light.
Why is
Ugh.
Dan Levy everywhere?
I'm
all
gonna
of a
send you
sudden?
some Canadian beer.
Actually, yeah, most of nice is pretty good.
Okay.
Sorry.
Dan Levy, why is he around?
He just did the SNL joint.
Is he around?
Like,
Hey, he's good.
He is
Let's
funny.
not shit on Dan Levy. He's
No,
funny.
all right, I don't.
He's
yeah.
funny.
You gotta
All right.
watch Schitt's Creek, and then you'll see.
I do,
Yeah.
and I love the fact that he made that with his father.
Yeah.
I think he's actually more talented than his dad.
Dude,
You know,
I
hot
don't even
take.
know about who's more, but like that
No, I don't know. You
Oh
just
no, I
ruined it.
watched that. I watched the opening monologue and I didn't think it was funny at all.
No, you got to get past.
No, you gotta get past that. Yes.
No, you got to go further, brother. Go further.
Actually, don't even go to SNL. Just watch Schitt's Creek.
You want to
Okay.
know what's funny? Dan
Watch
used to
Schitt's
do.
Creek. Watch
so-
Schitt's Creek.
So they're both from Canada, right? They both
Yeah.
grew up here. So remember the show, the reality show, The Hills?
Yeah, I remember that.
Long
Yes,
Island and all that?
I know that show.
So Dan used to do
Trash.
the after show up here.
Not trash.
What?
Sorry.
That was bootleg MTV Real World, Road Rules.
It's not. First of all, it's not bootleg.
No,
It was on
no.
MTV.
No, it was
Okay.
bootleg version of the main shows.
Okay. Did you guys see the 4 seasons total landscaping thing from the Fiverr
No.
ad? So yeah.
Some ads I must have missed getting some wings.
Yeah, this lady basically comes out and goes, you gotta take the opportunity when it lands, and they're changing the 4 seasons total landscaping to a press venue.
Wait,
Is
was
that
that
real?
was that an attack at Giuliani and Trump?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Yes.
Oh, I missed that commercial.
It literally says 4 seasons total landscaping, and they're adding a sign that says
Yo.
press venue.
Yo,
Yo,
I gotta rewatch that.
They have
It's
to
good.
be the most bumbling idiots of criminals on like.
All right.
Yeah, we'll talk about
Yo, do you remember the Beagle Brothers and DuckTales? Remember those the criminals? That's what it felt like.
Giuliani really is like he's like a villain from a cartoon, but like a comic cartoon. Like he's
Beagle
really
Brothers.
Okay, so the one heartfelt commercial that I really liked was the Toyota one with the swimmer, and she was born without legs. She was born without the lower
That was
legs.
nice.
yeah, that was nice.
That was such a cool setup with her swimming around.
Yeah,
like
you
her-
can't lose with that one. That's like a layup.
Yeah.
That was good. All right. That's
I
it.
do
We're
like-
not
I
going to
do like
spend
the-
any more time on other people's commercials that
No,
we're not getting paid
you
for.
can watch.
Oh, the Fast and Furious 9. Hold on, Brooks. Did you see the Fast and Furious 9 teaser trailer?
Obviously, I have seen the Fast and the Furious 9 trailer. However, they are not advertising when it's coming out. So
Because it's
I
not.
don't
Ooh.
understand.
It's not. It's theoretical.
HBO Max.
We hope you enjoyed this
Apparently.
presentation of F9.
Yeah.
Oh,
F9,
okay.
the trailer. That's it.
Behind the scenes.
Is this one gonna be on Mars? Like what's going on? What's left to do?
He's got to jump through a black hole.
Where are they
No,
La
No.
Familia.
He's
They
got
have
to
to drive
punch
their
the
cars
black hole
underwater.
to close it.
He's gotta punch
So
it.
they're gonna
We don't have
drive to
enough-
Mars on the black hole.
I can see Ludacris. We don't have enough nitrous for this. Yeah, we do.
Oh, they nitrous up Mars and they ride Mars like a car through a black hole
Mm. I like that. I like that.
by digging a
God.
hole into Mars and creating natural nitrous. All right.
Shit.
All right.
What the?
So the last part of the Super Bowl that we won't spend too much time on because it wasn't that exciting was the halftime show.
Oh, that? Oh, come on. Let's.
I want rate it from 1 to 10. 10 being Beyonce, Prince, those levels.
What's your bottom?
Let's say the
This year.
bottom.
The weekend.
This year.
The weekend.
I was gonna say NSYNC, and I like Aerosmith, but NSYNC and Aerosmith together really didn't do it for me. So that would be kind of the bottom. So what do you think? Is it?
I thought it was garbage.
I thought NSYNC and Aerosmith was better than this.
There you go.
Oh,
So
wow.
now the weekend is
I said it.
hopeless.
On
The only
air.
thing I'm going to say is, so I like The Weeknd. He's Canadian as well.
You're required to like them.
Dude, you're not born Canadian.
I have to. No, I know, but I have to announce every Canadian entertainer on this show.
That's true.
It's my job. So
He gets paid a stipend when he does
I
it.
like his music. The show was just blah, right? So
Well,
Yeah,
look,
he's a talented singer and artist. He definitely has good music.
putting jock
I feel
straps
like
on
we should
people's
let it-
faces and having them run in circles was
Yeah.
not into
Let
it.
me give you a real quick take. So, in my household, I'm probably the least musically inclined to like the modern stuff. Like, to me, The Weeknd, if it wasn't Black Panther's soundtrack, I can care less about his music.
yeah.
But my wife and my daughter are like, well, my daughter especially, she was like, he's good, but this was not his year. There's so many other artists it could have used. Like,
Yeah.
like it just felt dated. And I'm like, she's telling me The Weeknd felt dated. Holy shit. Like, what's the rest of America thinking? You know?
All right. So now everybody and their brother has rated their favorites, top 5 Super Bowl halftimes, whatever. My question to you guys is, I want you to pick who you would want to see for the next Super Bowl halftime show.
Good
What
one.
what
That's a good one.
entertainer would you want to be the next halftime show? And I already have one, so of course I'm springing this on you guys at the last minute.
Good one. Good one.
Okay, Brookesie looks like she's got one.
Well, I was gonna say Mariah Carey.
Okay.
But
Ooh, I know. Okay.
just because I'm a big Mariah Carey fan, I just finished her book. It was really good. You should read it. And I feel like she would be great at like that kind of scale of a performance. So
I
that's
can
who I'm
see
going with.
I see that. See that?
I know.
Okay.
Someone else go first. Mike, Keith.
So mine would never happen because it just wouldn't. But a Wu-Tang reunion with Rage Against the Machine.
Hey,
Whoa,
Beyonce.
that would be dope.
That would be dope.
Beyonce brought back the Destiny's Child, so don't never say never.
Yeah, but their type of music, I don't think would fly for a Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
plus Beyonce holds weight. She
Yeah.
tells them, you're showing up to this reunion, you're getting paid. They show up. The RZA could tell like meth and like no, they may not show
They'd
up.
be like, nah.
Nah, Meth is taking work seriously now. You see him on TV.
I see
Like
him.
maybe you God might not show up.
or,
bum ass.
or Ghostface and Ray. They may be like, you know what? Nah. So Keith, who you got?
Y'all gonna be mad at me, but Cardi B.
That'd be a
Yeah.
good show.
I'm not mad at that at
Now,
all, actually.
I'm mad at
I
that.
think, like,
Cardi
that'd be-
B and Megan Thee Stallion?
No. I was gonna say that, but that's really the one song I would definitely like to see that song.
That's the one song they can't play at the Super Bowl.
Why?
Yeah, they could play the edited
They
radio
don't have
version.
pussy,
They haven't
that's
edited.
why.
Okay, yeah, you're right. They
It's
haven't
WAP.
edited.
Yeah, they can do a radio version of that.
They did the radio version. There's a whole
They
different
did,
version.
it's on the radio.
It's on the
Yeah.
radio.
So Cardi B was in. She was in. I just watched it. Madonna's halftime show.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, she had
I
a
feel like she'd
very
give a
very
great
small part, but Cardi
I
B
feel like
was
she'd
there on
give a
stage.
great performance.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of stage.
I agree.
But
That's the
you
kind
know-
of stage she
You know
needs
the
to
best
be
thing
in.
about it, it would get Ben Shapiro's panties in a twist, though.
Nice.
Here's
And
about
that's-
that, dude.
And that's just a bonus.
That's right. All right,
But Cardi does. things-
James, your turn.
James.
So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's time for Swiss Beats and Timbaland to do a versus battle during Super Bowl halftime next year of Eminem versus Jay-Z. Boom.
Ooh,
Mm.
I like
That's
the battle
like
idea.
a genius level idea.
I love the
James.
battle
I'm actually
idea.
very impressed.
You're
that's-
welcome.
I feel like James got that from somebody. I don't know. That sounds
Yeah.
way too.
That's
I'm
me.
with you.
I swear. I swear that was
That's way
me.
too good of an idea.
Because I've been
Like,
arguing
James, my
this.
guy.
No, I've been arguing this.
guy, but that
I
sounds
swear.
way
I've been
too, like-
arguing this with another fan of ours, my boy
Oh,
Brian.
here
You know
we go.
Brian, and he had a different combination, and I'm like, nah, this combination's better. And I'm like, you brought it up. I'm like, yo, instead of having it in the verses, just do it in the Super Bowl.
That would be great. I love that. I love the verses idea.
That's
All
all
right.
me, dude. All me.
All you. Okay. So here's my idea.
I'm with you, Keith.
Have-
Nah, you know, wait, pause. I'm telling you, this
I
is
didn't- what
my
I said,
idea.
Look, now your conscience is talking. I didn't even say anything. Now your
Alright.
conscience is talking.
I see you week 12. Let's go.
All right. Have you guys ever heard of Rocking 1000? Rocking 1000.
No.
So if you go onto YouTube, Rockin' 1000 is a group that gets 1,000 musicians together to play one set of songs at the same time. So they started by playing the Foo Fighters. So that's what I want. I want the Foo Fighters to lead 1,000 musicians on the field playing
Wow.
a
Okay.
set.
That's a lot of music.
Yeah.
It's
and
all
that's-
like listen.
That sounds like. Go ahead.
Go to YouTube, everybody. Go to Rockin' 1000. Listen to them play together. It is an awesome experience.
I can imagine. Like that's almost like That's got to be angelic, like that much. That
Yeah, because you have like 150 drummers, and you have like 200 guitarists and singers, and all of them simultaneously doing the same thing, and they have a conductor in the front and all that. It is so awesome.
But how long is this gonna be?
So I looked it up. So the long ones are about 13 minutes. The short ones are about 8 minutes. So like, what was cool? You put all these guys on so the normal ones, you have a whole crowd run out. You just need a whole crowd to run out with guitars and headphones. So they do it. They actually set up at stadiums, and they have crowds come and they listen, but they have 1,000.
But I don't feel like the NFL is gonna really dig that.
Wow, no, like that looks dope. I mean, this one that I'm watching, like they're doing it pretty much. It looks like on a football field.
Yeah, it is. It's perfectly insane. So why I said that is because I watched a lot of the Super Bowl halftimes, and the rock shows were kind of boring, right? They have fireworks and lights, but they're just standing there. They're singing their songs. You know, Prince kind of rises above the crowd in that one, but otherwise it's pretty staid. I think this would take a rock show and pump it up a notch. So that's my choice. Foo Fighters with 1,000 musicians.
It looks interesting.
Not a bad choice.
I guess
Not a bad choice at all.
995 musicians.
Meanwhile, I hope Swiss Beast is watching this podcast tonight.
Okay. So
shout out Swiss.
We are supposed to pause for our YouTube
but you're
breaks,
not supposed to say it.
All right. So our next topic of choice is going to be the Golden Globes, and as normal, I paid zero attention to this topic just so
I was like, I gotta freaking talk about this topic.
Just so I can let James have something to say.
You son of a gun.
I'm also all in on the award shows for some reason.
Oh, Mike, you can take. I'm going to pass it to
Mike.
I'm
going
to skip over James, and I'm going to send it to Mike, and Mike's going to take this.
Take it to Mike.
Oh no, this is the Golden Globes. I don't pay attention to the Golden.
Oh, you said Golden Globes.
Yes.
Oh, wait. So like Patrick Mahomes, I threw a perfect pass to Mike,
and Mike was running and hit it back of his head.
I thought you said Golden Gloves.
I was trying to catch you with my face mask. Sorry about that.
It's all right, Chris. I already have the Golden Globes.
Yeah, I got it in front of me. So the Golden Globe nominations, they were announced last week, I believe it was. Yeah, last week.
Mm-hmm.
So quickly, we'll run through some of the nominees.
The big ones.
Yeah. So, for example, best performance in a TV series, we have Don Cheadle.
Yeah, you went straight to there. Oh, okay. All right.
I'm going by my list here. So, Eugene Levy for Schitt's Creek. Sudeikis.
Hold on, Brooks, father of Dan Levy.
Right.
I googled that earlier.
Yeah.
For actress in the TV series, Lily Collins. A lot of these shows I haven't watched. Kaylee Cuoco for The Flight Attendant. Elle Fanning for The Great. Jane Levy. Not related to Dan or Eugene for Chloe's Playlist.
Holy crap.
There are other Jewish people out there.
And Catherine O'Hara for Schitt's Creek. In a drama, we have Jason Bateman for Ozark. Good show.
Yes. You stole that from me.
Odenkirk from Better Call Saul. Another good show.
Yes.
Pacino on Hunters, the Amazon series.
Haven't watched it yet.
About the Nazi hunters. He's pretty good.
Yes, it's actually amazing. It's good.
Yeah. Actress in a TV series drama. Olivia Colman for The Crown. Never watched that. Killing Eve, Jodie Comer. I think she won last year, didn't she?
Yeah, I heard it's a good show. I've yet to watch it. I gotta ask my wife.
Laura Linney for Ozark and Sarah Paulson for Ratchet.
You forgot Best Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy, Hamilton.
Right.
Against a bunch of other movies.
Yeah. What other category you want?
Actually, no, hold on. They're going against Borat. Best Motion Picture, Musical Comedy.
That's right.
Hamilton against Borat.
Borat is trash. I can't even trash, yo.
But you know what's funny? Those are the only two I've heard of. Like the other ones, Music, Palm Springs, and The Prom. I've never seen those.
Yeah, I
I've
never
heard
heard
of
that one.
Springs,
Palm
it's Hulu.
Springs. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then for drama,
So when it's
we
not
have.
live sports, it's
Mhm.
Oh my god! And then he's facing. So Sacha Baron Cohen is facing against Lin-Manuel Miranda for best performance by an actor in a
But
motion.
okay. Question: How did I love Lin Manuel's like his whole thing is he's great, but he was not the best actor on that stage.
Not on that stage,
He was
but against
not
but against
near the
Borat, it's like Thanos against Hawkeye. But
He's
I
from
agree
the
with you.
heights, so
He's got the height.
Yeah, but he wasn't the best actor on that stage.
So here's an interesting one. Best television series drama: The Crown, Lovecraft Country, The Mandalorian, Ozark, and Ratchet.
Yeah, there's no way the Mandalorian's gonna win that.
No,
I
it
love
win.
The Mandalorian, but it is not gonna win that.
It's gonna win.
So I'm hoping
Disney's
Lovecraft
pumping
Country
money in there. It's gonna win.
Disney, I wouldn't count them out. I wouldn't count it out.
No, I have a feeling it's going to be Lovecraft Country, though.
I mean, it's gonna be that's gonna be a hard out.
Lovecraft Country was a better show. I don't think HBO is going to withstand the Disney marketing.
Yeah.
You know what though, but this might be the year for it, just because of like the sensitivities towards.
Sorry, I got to stop reading the chat. Go ahead, Keith.
HBO is really trying to push their HBO Max. I think they're going to put some more effort this year than they might normally put to get some awards.
It was a good show, but
Lovecraft Country might get it off of the
special effects, sound editing, and
edge it out off of the social because of the social climate we're in.
Yeah.
So,
like it might be. I feel like that won't be a material part of the judgment, but like I feel like it's going to be part of the judgment, like part of the. It's in the air,
which I hate because it's not subjective. It's more like because of the climate. You know,
there is no subjective.
There is no subjective. Yeah, like it's. I mean, I should say it's all subjective.
Oh yeah, it's no objective.
Subjective.
Yeah, I meant to say objective. Sorry, yeah.
Every year it's subjective. There's something. If this was a year for like gay rights or whoever, like I feel like those things kind of show up in award shows.
I gotcha. Yeah. I mean, I love both shows, but in my heart of hearts, I think Mandalorian
I still
is
haven't
a little
seen
better.
Mandalorian, but I love Lovecraft Country.
Dude, you need to freaking watch that show.
Which one?
Heck?
Which one?
Mandalorian.
Oh, you haven't watched it yet?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Well, you haven't watched season 2, right? You've seen season 1.
I have not seen season 1.
We're gonna have an HR meeting after
this conversation. This is not the first time we've had this conversation.
Not at all. Like, they act surprised every time I say it.
Every time.
You know what kills me is Keith sends me text with my brother JR of the Mandalorian soundtrack. How hard it is. Yo, this track is tough.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No. I'll comment on the songs that you guys are posting. I'm not posting anything from the Mandalorian. That's it. I don't even know what songs are on the Mandalorian. There's songs on the Mandalorian.
There's a soundtrack score. My brother was like, "Yo, this is tough. I'm about to go work out." He was like, "Yo, that's tough. I can send you snapshots."
I just sent the song. Like the song is tough. I didn't even know it was from the Mandalorian. It's a TV show.
Like
a TV show has a soundtrack. I mean, it's like an episodic show. It has a soundtrack.
Yes, episodic. It's got a soundtrack. The opening intro is the music that my brother sent you.
Oh.
And we're like, yo, that's tough. Like the Western thing. Anyway,
it was very tough.
So, let's move on. I want to give a shout to that movie James and I watched, that foreign film, Another Round. It was nominated for Best Foreign Film. Which one was that one? The one with Matt Smith.
Oh, that movie! I recommend everyone. Oh my god!
What is it?
So
go ahead, Mike.
So it's a movie with Mads Mikkelsen. You'll know him if you see him, but it's about a couple guys in Denmark.
Real quick. Matt Mikkelsen is the actor that played the antagonist in the Doctor Strange movie. So Chris might
Right.
know this. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Have you seen him? And then actually, Keith recommended a series where he was the main bad
The
guy in a
winter,
spy
not
thriller.
the winter.
Hannibal. He was Hannibal, Keith, in the series.
No, I know who you're talking about. I know who you're
Yeah.
talking about.
That actor is the main actor in this show. Go ahead, Mike.
So the four guys, they're teachers, and they decide to do this experiment where they basically day drink to get their blood alcohol to a certain point. But then things kind of escalate from there.
Really dark.
Yeah, and it kind of gets dark at the end, but it was a good movie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Swedish movie, so you got to read subtitles.
Danish.
I don't mind that.
I'm sorry, Danish. Apologize.
Actually, I find that it keeps me more engaged.
Well, I'm telling you, I recommend it highly for everyone here to watch because it's. I mean, they're all like in the mid 40s. They're all pretty good occupations, teacher, engineer, whatever. And these like four close tight friends that decide to make this experiment, and they use like actual facts, physiology, psychology, and they go in there with like the best minds forward, and then obviously shit goes left, as they start drinking more and more, and it's like the human condition experiment put on stage. It's great. It's a great movie.
So a couple quick other things I'm gonna go through is nominated for Best Actor in a Drama Motion Picture, Chadwick Boseman. So we'll see if he gets some documents.
See, rest in peace. Rest in
Mhm.
peace. But again, see how something in the social kind of atmosphere,
Yeah.
you don't know if that's really because of content and talent, or if I'm saying, if there's some weight there to social conscience.
Wait, is he nominated for the Five Bloods?
No, it's for
I hope not, because
no, it's for the Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either, but
I tried to watch it and I didn't love it.
Uh-oh.
changed.
So to Keith's point, this might be like a post-mortem.
Yeah.
And I did watch the Five Bloods, and
last category I want to talk about is the Best Animated Feature. We got the new Cruise movie, Onward, Over the Moon, Soul, and Wolfwalkers.
Dude, that's an easy win for Soul. Easy.
Probably, yeah. Easy. All right. I don't know when it airs. Probably in a couple weeks. I don't know the exact.
Yeah. So you did most of the research because I couldn't find where it actually airs.
We'll have the Academy Award nominations coming soon too. So
that's the big one. That's the huge.
That's the big one.
All right, back to you, Chris.
Thank you very much for that great reporting there, Michael.
Michael. Oh,
no, I'm in trouble.
Michael.
I don't know your middle name, so I can't. All right. So I'm pausing.
Everyone's middle name here.
If I actually stay quiet, then you guys like wonder what's happening instead
no,
of me.
But it only has to be for like 1-2 seconds. That's it. That's all I need.
We still got 2 more blocks. Holy shit.
All right, we spent a lot of time talking about commercials.
I guess we're skipping Ask the Nerds then, right?
No!
That's our best.
She did her homework.
That's our favorite segment.
I prepared.
I know. We can skip Cobra Kai. I don't want to skip Cobra Kai, but...
Welcome, everybody,
we can do Cobra Kai next week.
Ask a Nerd, where our wonderful Brookesie is going to ask the nerds.
Nerds. What is a nerd?
That's really pretty straightforward. Until we
I'm not a nerd. I'm a geek.
Yeah, I have to leave, guys, because I have nothing to do here. So.
All right, Brookesie, let's prove
you
them
and me,
wrong.
Chris.
Hey, I'll answer the questions. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of the nerddom.
Chris is all LeBron James. Go ahead.
I went outside of the box a little bit.
That sounds like a nerd thing to do.
Great. Okay, my first question. This is more of a subjective question. So, would you rather be Leonard Nimoy, who is only known for playing Spock, or William Shatner, who has done other things but is kind of like a a weirdo, for lack of a better term.
Ooh.
Leonard Nimoy is much cooler than.
Right.
I don't know about that.
Continue. Are you done, Chris?
I'm going with Leonard Nimoy in a top. Absolutely.
I'm going with William Shatner and his bank account.
He's
I mean, but that's
Leonard Nimoy was in a Bruno Mars music video.
William Shatner to me represents the cool of being a geek. And I love Leonard Nimoy. I love his character Spock. Push comes to shove, William Shatner.
Shatner was Priceline guy. You can't. What else do you need?
Right.
They brought him back in so many Star Trek freaking movies. They killed Spock. Remember that? Oh, maybe not you. The rest of you guys remember that. They killed Spock.
No, I just can't. I think Shatner just has this very specific, like, I don't know. I just like when I think of Shatner, I think of Captain Picard, but nothing very good beyond that.
So
Well, he's not Captain Picard level.
I know.
I'm about to say, yeah.
I'm sorry that it just came.
That's a whole different. Like, don't get the Star Trek fans here killing us.
That was on purpose, just to get everybody going, because, right?
Shatner's also Canadian, by the way. I have to throw that out.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say that shit.
No,
Great question, Brooks. By the way, great question.
By the way, rest in peace, Christopher Plummer, also Canadian. He was in Star Trek 6. One of the great Star Trek villains, I think.
Mm-hmm.
No, he wasn't.
You don't think so? I thought he
No.
was great.
The best one is the Spanish dude from Wrath of Khan.
Yeah, Ricardo Montalban.
Ricardo Montalban.
He was the great.
You can't beat
Star Trek
that, of
villain.
course, but as a
So look what you started, Brooks. Look what you started.
Yeah, he was a dark elf of the freaking Avengers. That's the villain that you're talking about. I mean, Christopher Plummer, he had better roles, by the way.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Great question, Brooks. Thank you.
Yeah, good question.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to stick with the Star Trek theme for a second. Is Star Trek The Next Generation a well-respected show, or is it sort of like a Snyder Cut or something?
No, people love The Next Generation. It was a huge hit.
Is it? I don't even know this.
It's actually regarded a lot of times higher than the original Star Trek.
Correct.
It's like,
really?
Yeah.
So the weird thing is, when they started filming, they weren't sure they were going to last more than a season, right? Like, even Patrick Stewart was like, I don't know if this show is going to go anywhere. But it actually was hugely popular and led to 2 or 3 spin-offs.
And Gene Roddenberry is still alive to helm that show, too. The original creator of Star Trek, he was still involved. Like, it's like Stan Lee was still involved making sure, like, that show.
But Gene passed away after like season 3, I think.
Yeah, he had enough.
Was it that early?
Yeah.
He had enough time to screw with Tasha Yar before he left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great question.
You could see his influence because in season 1 he had the females still wearing short skirts.
Yeah.
And they had that.
But hold on. Going back to her question, between the original series and the Next Generation series, forget about everything else after that. It really comes down to these first 2.
Yeah.
Which of the 2 do you think are better?
Oh, it's definitely the Next Generation.
I think so too.
I agree.
I mean, part of that, you have to say, yes, the original was great, but it really had a lot hamstringing it. Number one, the age it came out in.
Yeah.
And
the first African American and white dude kissing on. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
There was a lot of firsts for the show, but
a lot of firsts. It was good, and just sci-fi in general in that age could only do so much.
Yeah. And,
right.
On their budgets and their technology, right? So.
That's fair.
So yeah,
That's
but
true.
it was the cast in general. I think don't get me wrong, we all have great fondness for the original cast, but I think the crew of the second was a little better acting.
I won't say the crew is better.
Acting.
I think the story's better in Next Generation. They were definitely much better. It was much more highbrow, much more forward thinking. Definitely miles beyond the original.
I mean, I love Picard and Worf is a great combo.
Patrick Stewart built his career. I mean, yeah, he did Shakespeare stuff, but he
Mhm.
built his career off that Next Generation.
So
I literally thought you guys were going to say the first one, obviously, and like say that
Nah,
was the best one.
you
Glad I
got
asked.
real nerds here telling you the story. Yeah.
Clearly.
Clearly.
Okay.
Clearly.
So
Somewhere
thought of a question.
there's a Knicks fan on the Star
Do-
Trek Enterprise.
I am nowhere on the Star Trek Enterprise.
Do those so Star Trek and Star Trek The Next Generation, are they two like completely different shows? Do the characters interact, or is it like the
Are you
same
question?
characters?
one is basically a continuation of the universe of the other. They exist in the same timeline, and the two have actually crossed within the movies, and I think in an episode. Did an episode they crossed?
Yes,
over?
they did in several episodes actually. Yeah.
So yeah, they exist one after the other basically. I don't know if it's like timeline wise if it's one directly after the other, but they're basically two ships in a fleet doing the same thing. In
Sorry,
different
guys,
time
I
periods.
lost my connection for a minute.
I
was
didn't
gonna,
even notice.
yeah, I know. So the one thing I was gonna say though, like if you want to compare original series to next gen, even the reboots, the JJ reboots, I don't think are as good as the next gen show was.
Oh.
No, they're not. In my mind,
Nor
go ahead, Mike. Sorry, go ahead.
nor are the CBS Discovery show. I
Really?
think the Card
I
show
haven't
was
watched
better than the Discovery show, and the Discovery
Agreed.
show is like an original series timeline show. So I don't know. There could be a lot of different factors there, but somehow like that whole Next Generation timeline is better for me.
Yeah.
I
So
think that-
Brooks, there was like more. There's other shows outside of Next Generation that were on TV. There was
Deep
Deep
Space
Space
Nine.
Nine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there was
Voyager.
Voyager. All those shows that came after that to me never reached the Next Generation level. For me, Chris.
Yeah, I think the Star Trek universe and that time period in which that show came out kind of were the perfect marriage of a serial television show where you could go planet to planet, have little adventures in that universe, do the interactions with the crew, like without needing really extensive CGI or anything like that. They found the perfect crew to interact, and even I'm not a huge Star Trek fan, but I loved that show. I watched it all the time. It was really great.
I feel like it sounds like you are a huge Star Trek fan. Just want to.
No, there's
least
no, there's
for me.
next
No.
level. No, there's next level Trekkies.
Yeah,
True. That's
yeah.
true.
You're either a casual fan or you're a next level Trekkie.
Yeah, we're not
Or
even
you're
like
never
none of
watched
us.
the show.
None of us here are even next level nerds.
No.
There is. I know a few next level nerds.
Yeah, my science teacher in high school was a big Star Trek fan.
Let me
He was
go.
definitely a Trekkie.
Let
Went
me
to like conventions.
let me check in
and
with
stuff.
my San Diego Comic-Con crew.
Oh God.
I'm joking.
Wow.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
I have another question. This
Go
is
for it.
more. This is more of a like the first question. Who is a better pilot, or who would you want to be as a pilot, and why? Captain Kirk or Han Solo?
Oh shit.
See,
It's like a Star Trek versus Star Wars.
So Captain Kirk isn't really the pilot; he's the captain.
Well, I don't know this.
So
'cause I
you
don't
want to
watch the
say
Dad?
Ensign Sulu?
Well, was Dad
Okay.
was Dad the pilot for the?
No,
Who was the
was
the
Wesley.
official?
Wesley.
Wesley.
and then Sulu for the original.
But Wesley didn't show up for like the first.
Yeah, they always had a no name at the helm for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, sorry.
The answer is easy.
Sorry.
It's Solo.
They had Geordi for a while. Then he got promoted to chief engineer. And then they had a no name on for a bit. And then they had Wesley as acting ensign
Yeah.
Okay.
at the helm.
Brooks, the answer is Solo.
Solo.
It's very easy. Yeah.
He's
Because
technically the only one that's a pilot.
well, he's also he's a captain and a pilot and the whole thing.
He's not
But
just
it's
a regular pilot.
Look,
He's one of the best pilots ever in Star
This
Wars.
is how you get nerds going on like little minute details. Well,
So now.
technically, he was the only one that was wearing brown. So
Wait, we'll have to write some Lord of the Rings questions for you, Brookesie, to
Keith,
trick Keith into
Thank
joining
you.
in.
Thank you.
Wait.
Okay.
Some
No,
Was
palatable,
Saruman
palatable
or
pop
Gandalf?
culture nerddom.
Okay, so I'm going to ask a question.
It's like, who smoked the most weed, Gandalf or
Definitely
the
Gandalf.
hobbits?
Is there a pilot in Star Trek that would be equal to your standard Star Wars pilot like Han Solo?
No. The answer is no.
Because they're all just like at this big helm and they pretend to press buttons and shit happens.
There's none. They never really focus on that on Star Trek.
I mean, kind of in the Picard series, that one guy.
So let me stop you right there, because in Voyager, like the helmsman Tom Paris,
I'm
he was supposed
listening.
to be like a great pilot. Also, Will Riker was supposed.
Hold on. But did they ever demonstrate their piloting skills?
Yes, they did.
All right. We'll talk offline. Let's talk offline on that one, Mike.
Sorry,
I'll
go
watch.
ahead.
Yeah.
Why talk offline?
because we have other topics to cover.
Brooks has one more question, and then we got to move on to our Cobra Kai review.
I do have one more question. This one's from my boyfriend, so I don't really fully know who it is, but anyways, was the X-Men character Jubilee ever in a movie?
Yes.
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 That's a funny question. And I like that question. Thank you.
That's a
Thank you, Brooks' boyfriend, wherever you're at.
That's a good one, guy.
So Jubilee. So have you watched any of the X-Men movies?
James?
Apparently not.
No, the answer is no. She
All
was
right.
not.
So Jubilee was basically the teenage View character for the 90s X-Men. So you were brought into this as this teenager Jubilee, into the X-Men. The cartoon also did this, and so she was your point of view character, and she was basically Wolverine's little sidekick. And so
for a short run, yeah.
She appeared in the first X-Men, or is it the second X-Men movie?
Not in the first
one.
As a background. She appeared in the background.
She did as a background.
No, Jubilee. Wait.
They casted an Asian American actress playing her in the second movie.
Yeah, in the classroom scene.
She was in Dark Phoenix, I think. No,
that was when she really came out. Chris is right.
Yeah.
In the second movie, they casted an Asian American actress near the end as Jubilee's new students coming in.
Okay, what was the one where the three of them went to the theater to see, what did they watch? Return of the Jedi or something?
Oh, that was Age of
yeah, but she wasn't one of those main cast.
No, but that was her.
That was Age of Apocalypse. That was her. Yes, okay, you're right. You're right. Age of Apocalypse. Again, near the end of the series.
Oh, that's right, because they went to the mall in the 80s, so they
she was like a side character.
I was confusing it with Dark Phoenix.
So let's answer Brooks' question.
So yes, but not really as a main cast member.
Is he a fan of the character Jubilee?
I think he's a fan of Wolverine.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm a fan. Hold on. She's heavily featured in one of his best story arcs in Logan. Not the movie Logan, but when he went to Japan, the Wolverine. It's her and him, like a long series arc. Probably her best portrayal in the comics, which is probably what he was reading, and he asked you to ask the question. Yeah,
maybe.
Very good.
All right.
Good question. All right. Those are my questions for the week. Thank you guys for answering.
I hope we answered them, and I'm sure if we got something wrong, if you think there's a better pilot than Han Solo in the Star Trek universe, or if we missed an appearance by Jubilee in a movie, please tell us. Social media, any of them, at Heroes Peak, Facebook, Twitter, IG. Let us know. Twitch. Okay, there's my pause.
On camera.
I am so good at this. You have no idea. All right.
Chris, you're the best at this. Trust me, I try. I cannot do this.
All right. So finally, we're finally going to do it. It only took 4 years, 3 seasons to talk about
30 years.
30 years. Cobra Kai.
Before we get started, does anyone want You've heard of this. You've seen this, right? You know what that is.
It is unavoidable. It is your destiny.
Is this not why you are here?
Do or do not. There is no try.
Knock that shit off.
Cobra Kai is the television series. Hold on. I got it on here somewhere. Oh, shoot. I lost it. So, started on YouTube TV, now on Netflix. It is a action comedy drama based on the characters from the Karate Kid movies. Yes, those actual 1980s Karate Kids movies, starring. I brought up the wrong button. All right, starring Ralph Macchio, William Zabka, and a bunch of people I can't pronounce the names of. So you will go to IMDb and you will look it up yourself. As soon as I saw Miguel's name in real life, I ran screaming. I'm sorry, kid. You're doing great, but I'm not pronouncing your name. All right. So we're in season 3 right now, which means we've had a lot of buildup. Okay, so where is everybody in the series? Brookesie, I know you started watching it. Where are you?
I am halfway through season 3.
Yay!
Which I know is way farther than y'all thought I would be.
Can't spoil it for you.
It's actually it's really good. Please don't spoil it.
Yeah,
it's really
we
good.
won't spoil the end of the season 3. That's fine.
I was a huge fan of Karate Kid back in the day. I had a super crush on Ralph Macchio in his powder blue tuxedo when he went to the prom. Loved him. So I didn't somehow I completely missed the fact that it was actually Ralph Macchio was in the movie, that it was all the same characters. I thought it was some different take. I don't know what I thought. Anyways, once I realized it was all the characters, I was in and have not been disappointed since.
Oh, great. Mike, when did you first see the Cobra Kai series? Did you get to it right away when it was back on YouTube?
I was looking forward to it, so I just wanted to see what it would be all about, because I saw the trailers and stuff and it looked interesting, right? So of course they picked the most action-packed sequences with the trailer. So you think it's going to be 90% action, but it's 10% action, 90% drama, and of the 90% drama, it's probably 60% teeny bopper drama. So.
Right.
Still a good show, though.
Not even. I think it's more dad drama than teeny bopper drama, to be honest.
I don't know. This season, it seemed to swing the other way, really.
All right. James, did you see that?
Day one, man. I was there day one on YouTube. I have a YouTube premium account, and I was watching it since day one. I was there at the beginning.
So I actually didn't watch it right away. I took a couple of weeks, but you guys did convince me to watch it. Now I'm going to make a suggestion, because there's a song by a band called No More Kings called Sweep the Leg, which basically did this before it was a TV show again. Wow. And it had a Zabka in it as this exact character, as the character that was down and out because of his loss in the tournament. So what we have here is Johnny is living his life and he is not doing great. And whereas Daniel has hasn't really moved on, but married, kid, runs a car dealership, is using his fame from his 2 wins at the All Valley Karate Tournament. This is a world in which karate is basically a superpower. It heals you and it makes you super strong.
Karate is the number 1 sport in the world.
It's the number 1
football,
sport.
Basketball, baseball.
It fills stadiums to have a karate tournament.
It funds a town too.
So
apparently it's like a gang as well. You've got one against the other.
That's right.
It's fighting and jumping each other.
He was selling cars on the fact that he won the All Valley tournament at 16. And that was getting him car sales.
But hold on, I want to focus on season 3 because I don't want to go through the entire series.
No, I just wanted to set up about what it is. So if somebody's interested, it is the same feeling. They did not change the tone. Like Karate Kid 1, Karate Kid 2, and Cobra Kai, all the same tone. They take it as serious as if it was a serious thing. They have fun with it, but it's that tone. So it's not like they're making fun of it. They're not poking at it. It is direct. So that's one of the things I found the most interesting about it. So now I'm going to go to James. We're going to talk about season 3. Should we fill in where season 2 left off before we talk about season 3? Please?
Sure thing, Chris. So season 2 left off with the cliffhanger where, again, the kids get a little bit out of control. They basically take the karate tournament into their high school, no holds barred.
Beating up security
Cobra
guards.
Kai versus Daniel's gang. So what we probably didn't really talk about was, and I'm not going to get into it, is this Cobra Kai, the show, and like the crew, the new version of Cobra Kai. But there's also Miyagi-Do, after Pat Morita, rest in peace, and Daniel LaRusso's clique. And they go at it like Bloods and Crips in high school.
I was so surprised how good that fight was, even though it was still cheesy.
It was great choreographed fight for like a freaking, at the time, a YouTube show right before it got to Netflix. So it gives you the cliffhanger where the main actor on Cobra Kai, who's kind of good anti-hero Miguel, he gets he actually shows mercy. He goes against what he's learning at Cobra Kai up until the last couple of weeks. He shows mercy against his opponent, and that mercy winds him getting a back kick, a donkey kick off the railings of the stairs, and he breaks his back. And he's paralyzed from what we could see.
And that was by Johnny's son.
Johnny Lawrence's son, who is not, he left abandoned after a couple of years. Mm-hmm. He's not been really involved.
And was training under Dan.
Childhood.
So everybody
wound up training. Yeah. So now you wind up again training against his, arch rival. Mm-hmm. So we left season 2 like that. We go to season 3, and obviously they're focusing on Miguel's rehab and the fact that Johnny feels hurt by the fact that his student was exposed like that and got hurt, and he doesn't know where to. So there's a lot of stories they're throwing at us. They also threw on the finale, post-credit scene was John Kreese from the original Karate Kid movies, first 1 and 2, who trained Johnny Lawrence. You guys might remember from Rambo and other crazy movies in the 80s.
He was also in the 3rd, so.
Yeah, he was in the 3rd. Mm-hmm. So he comes back now, and he takes over Cobra Kai from Johnny Lawrence.
Yeah.
Because remember, he was the original instructor. Mm-hmm. So now his brand of training is even worse than what Johnny was doing. You want to laugh at what Johnny was doing that's not politically correct? John Kreese takes it back to the 80s, all that crazy stuff. Oh, yeah. So season 2 gives you, it sets the table for all these different stories and plot points. And without spoiling it, I think they wrapped it up near the end better than what I can imagine they would have done with all these multiple plot points. Well, and I don't want to spoil it because I know Brooks hasn't finished watching season 3, and Keith is watching the Knicks right now instead of Cobra Kai 1.
We lost by 1 point.
Oh no!
It was like the swan kick there. Yeah, I mean,
all right. Mike,
I don't want to spoil it.
Mike, what did you think of that transition period between end of season 2 into season 3? No spoilers, but.
Yeah, I also thought it was good. So overall, I'm going to say that I thought season 3 was pretty good as well. Bringing back some people was, hits you in the feels, to see what they were up to now. I don't know how far Brooksie's gone.
She said she's halfway. So he's already. Daniel's taking his trip, right?
Wait, have you taken a trip to the other country yet?
Okay.
Yeah.
So she knows that.
Yes,
so
Okinawa. Yeah.
He runs into his ex-girlfriend there and his ex-nemesis.
Spoiler.
Yeah, and I thought that was great.
We'll run the spoiler warning before we start this.
Chosen. Yeah, Chosen.
That whole segment with Chosen, that was great for me.
That was funny. I was like, are they really gonna do this whole thing? And then they held it all the way till the end.
Yeah.
And
That was one of the best 2 moments for me. But go ahead.
And the fact, that they come to the realization that, basically they're basically trained from the same cloth.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, and that was good. And then there's another return later on. Brookesie probably hasn't gotten to yet.
That's my second favorite moment. Yeah.
Yeah. So we won't talk too much about that. But that was also good. So for me though, the whole teeny bopper drama stuff, it was like I could live without. But it's
I mean, there would be no show without that.
Yeah, I think this season they actually touched. I think this season was better. I watched it with Serena and Eric, and they both thought that this season was better with the teen drama, like the students. They thought the story this season was even better than the first season.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The second season, we can say that it was not as good.
All right, Brooks, I'm giving you this.
I was gonna say, I mean, if you watch the movies, it was a lot of like teeny bopper drama as well. So it makes sense that the show is.
Yeah, it was mostly from the teen viewpoint as opposed from the almost no adult viewpoint.
Yeah. It's just weird because we're all in our 40s and it's like awkward to watch teenagers kiss, and make out.
Yeah, it does feel weird.
Since Keith hasn't watched the show, I'm now worried that he's watching teenagers kiss somewhere.
It's everywhere. What do you mean? You can't watch a show without teenagers kissing. I was watching Nickelodeon. I mean, not Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
The Knicks. He's watching the Knicks.
One of those kids channels. One of those kids channels where they have like the
MSG.
Nah, like those kids channels. But like it was one of those like shows where the kids are like in like junior high.
Like Degrassi.
Nah, not Degrassi. Nah, I know that's a high school, but I know how they give it up on chicks is getting pregnant on Degrassi. So let's not. Degrassi is real life. But I'm talking about like these. Maybe it was Disney. I think it was Disney. It might have been one of those Disney TV shows.
I know my daughter watches them also.
Like y'all they're like in like 6th grade, like kissing. I'm like, whoa, on the mouth? Whoa, what's going on here?
No, they're kissing elbows.
Like, wait. Like, why is this? Did I miss something?
So you know what? It wasn't really about the drama per se with the teenagers. I think some of the dialogue just got real corny for me with them.
Yeah, I think that was season 2. I think season 2 it got really corny.
I
season
think
3 got a little different. Go ahead, Chris. Sorry.
Part of it is like at this point they're creating drama not by having the two fight necessarily, but by like basically switching sides. Like it's constantly they're trying to mix up who's paired with who and who's fighting who and who's aligned with who. And so a lot of this season felt like they were rolling the dice. Okay, well, I guess we'll have this guy and this girl and they're going to fight, but now they're going to team up and they're going to go over here. And then this is going to happen. Like it was very much, it didn't feel like a classic, Johnny Lawrence is the bad guy. Daniel's the good guy.
Yeah.
They're going to fight until the end. And then, once he wins, then maybe they'll shake hands. No, it was definitely more flip-flopping all over the place with the characters.
The one thing I liked was a little bit more backstory on the kids, like the antagonist girl showing her side of it.
I was going to get to that because Serena told me her favorite part this season was both Daniel's daughter and the antagonist girl and her backstory and how that story between the two of them. She said she really liked that better this season. And me looking back at it, it's probably the most. I mean, no offense to Miguel, no offense to Johnny's son. I forgot his name. Oh, I can't stand an actor. Like, and then the dude got his arm broken and Hawk. All these different stories, but I think the two female teenage leads were the best of the young crew's
right. Yeah, I agree.
season. Yeah. I agree with Serena on that one.
Is here.
Robbie.
What was that?
Robbie.
Robbie, yeah.
That's his
Robbie took a dump this season. Like, I couldn't stand that actor. Oh, my God. Think
Well,
he even cut his hair and looked different. Oh, no. He was just trash.
Well, because he was on the run, that he had to cut his hair.
Yeah,
He was on a run living in a park. It's not a run.
they kind of, I don't know. They beat him up quite a bit. Like his character, they really forced making him, like turning him from the good kid that Daniel had basically cultivated this kid into. Look, you don't have to be what everybody expects you to be. You don't have to be that tough runaway kid. You can just be a good kid. And then they basically destroyed that character really hard.
Did. It felt like everybody else had like the same writers, but then he had Chris Terrio come in and write just for his character. And I'm like, why is he written differently from everyone else? Like that prison, when he was in, without spoiling, his moments in this season felt like they were just like disconnected from the show. For me.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
I think by what happens near the end, I think they were pushing really hard to give a reason for that to happen. That's what I'll say. So anyway, so Brookesie, what of the adult characters, like what do you think? What do you feel about the way they're taking John? Like every week, what I've noticed is that Daniel and Johnny have basically constantly switched. They basically said, well, this week Daniel's the good guy and Johnny's a jerk. This week Johnny's the good guy, Daniel's the jerk. And they constantly pushing you back and forth on that topic, never letting you rest with it. What did you think of that part of the show?
I actually thought the back and forth is kind of interesting between them. Or just to your point, like 1 week someone's the good guy, 1 week someone's the bad guy. Because I feel like traditionally there is the like bad guy and the good guy. Mm-hmm. And I like that they're sort of mixing it up and showing like you're not always the bad guy and there's not always the good guy. Sometimes the good guy doesn't have great moments and sometimes the quote unquote bad guy has some really good moments. So it feels more like realistic and I like it in that way. Yeah, I like it. I also feel like Daniel LaRusso is just like super annoying. Like he thinks he's the good guy, but he's not always the good guy, So I'm like, get over yourself.
Most interesting part of his character, and that's why it's really important that they've made him the bad guy multiple times. Is you're right. Yeah. He is constantly thinking he's always the good guy, and it's like when they do the flashbacks. Like, have you ever heard the theory that really Daniel LaRusso is the bad guy of Karate Kid?
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
Oh, I have not.
Oh. Yeah, but it's basically it's the way if you look at Johnny's point of view, they have done that with this show where they're like, really, this kid, he was the king of his school, he had the girlfriend, he had all this, and then all of a sudden this kid comes in and just
tries to steal his girlfriend and like, yeah,
he just like
Daniel was a douche. Yeah, that's season 1 especially. They really focus on that. But Chris, going back to your point, I think with season 3, so. Not to cut Brooks, but I think the adults in this season have gotten a better share of focus than they did in the last season, to the point where it's really Johnny and Daniel, because Daniel's whole trip back to Okinawa to refine himself, and then when they give you the Mr. Miyagi flashbacks, that hits you, and that music, that flute comes on, and Miyagi's giving, and then you're like, you know what, Daniel, yeah, man, get your shit together, like, like you're rooting for Daniel again. And I
definitely got in my feelings watching that again. Like I got real emotional.
Yeah. Same. And to the point where you're like, all right, so Daniel's not. Yeah, he did some douche shit in the original movies, at least the first movie, maybe the second movie. But then when they gave you the flashback of the third movie and how it pertained to him talking to his daughter, you're like, this is a pretty good dude. Like, this is a dude you could align with. And they always hit you with the Miyagi flashbacks and then like the lessons from there, which is what the entire show really is based on. And I think, to me, now in my age watching this show, and then watching with my 12-year-old, my 7-year-old, they all agree in the same thing. Is like at the heart of this show really stems with Miyagi and the lessons with Daniel. Although Daniel was a douche, it always goes back to like that father mentor teacher thing. And yeah, we got Johnny now seeing his point of view, but you can see Johnny's is mimicking that with Miguel and his students.
Yeah.
In a weird way.
All right, so give me the one thing that hit you the most in the first half of this season, so we don't spoil it. The first half of season 3. What is the thing that struck you?
Hold on. What ended the first half? I want Brooks to tell me what was the last moment she watched.
He's back from Okinawa.
Okay.
Okay.
So outside of that, I want to say, you notice how her brothers basically disappeared from the face of the earth?
Yes.
So
Yo, Eric knows
that kid out of the show.
Yo, that was Eric's first comment. But go ahead, Brooks.
Yo, he fell through the same hole that Richie Cunningham's brother did on Happy Days.
Yeah, everybody said that.
He was like, they were like yelling at him, like, don't drink the butter. And then at one point he comes back and he's like skinny, or not skinny.
Yes,
but
he's
just
skinny.
Not the,
say it. He's a different almost like he's a different actor. Say it.
Is he? I mean, he looks very different. I don't know, but he like has like one part and that's it. Whereas before he was definitely like intertwined more in the storyline. Yeah.
So that struck me.
Don't tell me that's just your biggest. That was your
no. The thing that struck me the most for me was the mall scene when Daniel's like in the car and he's remembering the second movie, and he's like this little fishing village, and he's imagining like life there stopped in his mind. Like he assumes this village.
I agree with you, Chris. That's my go ahead.
And it's this weird like as an old guy, if you've ever, I live far from home, from where I grew up, and like a few times been there, and you drive past places and you're like, what happened? And you're like, well, people live, people keep going.
Yeah.
And so the spot when Daniel's standing in front of that mall and he's like, why didn't everybody just stop and stay where I wanted them to be?
He's like, what happened to the old fishing village? You're like, it got capitalism came to Japan. Yo, that was like when last year during the pandemic, I took my son in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, where I grew up, on Caton Avenue between Church Avenue and in my mind I was telling all these stories. Did we get there? There's like Starbucks and like all
there's white people.
Yes, they still the only thing that was still there was the Korean Mart. And I'm like, yeah, this is where I got robbed at gunpoint, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, but how did that happen with all these cops here? I'm like, there was, and watching an episode of, to me, it felt like, I looked at Eric because we watched it together. It was like, so this is what it felt like when I overtook you to Brooklyn. He goes, oh, that makes sense now. Because he saw Daniel was reminiscing of the fishing village and the poverty and then people with the rice hats. And then he goes there, it's like Abercrombie and Fitch, McDonald's, and all this stuff. Starbucks.
Yeah.
Great moment. I agree with you, Chris. That's my most memorable moment first half.
So for me, it's when Daniel and Johnny turned into buddy cop movie looking for Robbie.
Yeah, that was good. I like that.
Even the wife was like, what are you guys, cops? You know? The buddy cop movie
and he's like, good cop, bad cop.
Yeah. So I enjoyed that when they were busting into the warehouses and stuff.
That was good. Yeah.
Hey, karate solves everything in this universe.
That's right. There are no guns for some reason.
I know. You know what that reminded me of? Like Double Dragons with the two of them. It did.
Oh my god.
Oh jeez. All right, Brooks. What stuck out to you so far in what you've seen this season?
Actually, this is what it kind of surprised me that I'm saying this, but like Kreese's background. That's interesting to me. I want to understand.
You
him
will get
and, like,
more.
You'll get more. Yeah. I didn't want to mention that because that's the second half.
That goes pretty.
Yeah. I'm surprised how they went with that. I did not expect a background. really did kind of say, you know what, we want everybody to get feelings for everybody in this show. You're gonna find out nobody's
actually a bad guy, right? There's always
there's a
like,
reason.
Yeah.
That's one thing I appreciate. Like, you know, you watch these movies and you go, yeah, this is the douche, this is the bad guy, but they really show you that there's a reason people, you know, are the way they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's always there's a catalyst for it. So
Yeah.
Okay.
And they always throw you little flashbacks of the original movie to connect you back to that character's moment.
yeah.
I know.
They do that
That's
well,
what I love
man.
about it. Yeah, they do that so well.
All right. So I definitely give this, everybody should take a watch, especially if you, at any time, and go back and watch the original Karate Kid movies. They were good. They're a little of their time, but they're still they work. My kids watched them and they liked them, so they're worth a watch.
I'm just waiting to see if Hilary Swank shows up next season.
Yeah, there's a theory they're gonna bring it all the way up to the Jaden Smith.
Really?
Because you know Will Smith is executive producer. Yeah. So I think the final season they're gonna connect the Jackie Chan, Jaden Smith versions with this current version.
We went to go see that at the drive-in.
Oh my god,
I'm sorry.
To this day, I hated that movie.
I didn't think it was the worst thing. It was, but Jaden Smith wasn't the like actor. You know, the kid actor as good as
but
others.
you always enjoy watching Jackie Chan, right?
I love Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
I felt bad for Jackie Chan playing that role. That's what I felt.
I like that they set it in the setting, the way they took, you know, the American kid and put him in Japan,
right,
and did that whole thing
in China.
That was
they took the Detroit kid and put him in China. Yeah,
sorry,
and then he learned kung fu, but it was still called a Karate Kid.
Karate.
Yeah, that's what threw me off. I'm like, wait a minute, Okinawa.
That sounds like Fast and the Furious, Tokyo Drift.
Was that not set in Tokyo?
No,
I've never seen that movie.
Oh my god, she was Fast and Furious Tokyo.
On his back. I don't know.
I know.
How, but
talk about confusion, yeah.
All right, that's it for our. It's not really a review. It's more of a how we're feeling about this show. I don't think we're gonna rate.
Yeah, we gotta wait till Keith watches these shows so we can do a full spoiler.
The look. All right. No, we gotta wait. Brooks to finish it, and then we can spoil the hell out of it.
I'll be finished by next week, I promise.
You gotta, when you watch the final episode, you gotta be in chat.
I'll text you guys. Okay.
Oh shit! Yeah, the final 2 episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of what? Of this season?
Yeah, I was watching them at 1.5 speed because it was like 6 o'clock, and I'm like, shit, I gotta finish this. and then I'd get to parts that'd be like, oh, go back to regular speed. I gotta watch this at regular speed. 1.5 speed. At regular speed. So it was good.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about what the next season is gonna bring, but that's next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, next time.
And I don't think we have time to do any kind of chat. We chatted a lot ahead
of HR says shut it down.
So we're not going to be able to chat at the end. So I'm going to say,
it's not even
Mike,
wrap it up, B.
It's even Keith too. Yeah,
it's the finance department tonight complaining.
Tell us where everybody can find us. Oh, like and subscribe, everybody. I keep forgetting to say it. We'll come up.
Smash that like button.
We need some sort of animation.
Don't forget to follow us on social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Heroes Speak. Subscribe to our
also
YouTube
TikTok,
channel.
Heroes Speak TikTok.
We're on TikTok as well. And don't forget to smash that like button and share our videos.
What am I looking at?
That's your meme.
Yeah, that's my meme.
That's your professional meme.
Yeah, man. She was complaining about me destroying her on a fantasy basketball.
It was pretty good. I couldn't even be mad. It was so good.
I know. Even Keith commented because he knows he's up next.
All right.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We're out.